Production is dead. Let me explain. Hi, this is George from the Production Report. I've been in production of TV and film for 23 years. I've been on the accounting side of it for 20 years. Back in May of 2023, three of the major unions went on strike within 6 months of that period: the writers, the actors, and the crew. Some people wanted fair wages, other people wanted ridiculous shenanigans. Quite frankly, I think it's ridiculous that a production should have to pay $10,000 to $15,000 a week for a lead truck driver, a teamster on any film. It's why all of these projects now are going overseas. These strikes happen. The unions said, "Okay, major networks, play our hand, see what happens." And the networks were like, "Okay, we're gonna go overseas. It's cheaper. The crews are happy for the work, and we have less of this union stuff that we have to deal with." I'm telling you, like, even on some of the smaller ones, like, after these producers work with these unions on some of these smaller projects, they say, "We're never going to do this again because the demands are unreasonable." And the crew, quite frankly, like, once they know they have the backing of a union, they're kind of jerks. So you had that with the downfall of the economy, and also the fact that there's like two or four streaming services that make everything we're all watching now. They come to the production companies and they say, "Hey, this is what we're going to give you to make this project." Let's say it's like the Muppets Take Manhattan season 5. Let's say the first 4 seasons each cost $4.45 million to make. Network will come and say, "We're going to give you 4.2 million." You can argue back and forth that the previous seasons cost 4.5, but no one's going to listen. The network's going to say it's that or nothing. So one or two things are going to happen. Either the production company making the show is going to cut episodes or quality or jobs in order to make that budget fit, which a lot of times it doesn't work. You needed every dime of that 4.5 million in order to make that project. You're going to feel it in other areas. It's not going to look as good. It's not going to run as well. Or what I'm seeing happen a lot, these production companies are spending the $4.5 million thinking that the streaming service, network, whatever, are going to come in and give them the money to make the project. They're not. So that project that's going to go, let's say, on Netflix or Disney Plus, that's going to make them a lot of money, the production company making it just lost $300,000 making the project. You have one or two projects like that, your company's toast, and that's what's happening. They're all closing down. It's sad. Like, this used to be a great, fun industry where you could jump from job to job. Like, if you didn't think you were making enough money on one project, like, you could jump on one or two others and make more and have like a livable wage. If you were in a garbage, toxic work environment, like, you knew that it was only going to last either for a couple of months, or if you're on the crew side, you could leave that production and find yourself another job and a better environment. Right now, with these, like, the few projects that are going on, like, you need to be thankful for a job. You gotta eat the poo poo sandwich and ask for seconds, like, if you want to be able to pay bills. It's a sad state of affairs, but I digress. Um, Other ways that these production companies are losing money is that they are hiring. They're going younger, and younger is code word for cheaper. And what's happening is that the people that they're putting in higher offices on production, they don't have the real world experience in order to say, like, all right, like, we made this mistake on Thundercats back in 88. We're not going to make that same mistake. When you hire somebody new, they're learning on your dime, and it could cost you a small fortune. So I kind of weep, like, as for TV and film, like, wondering where it's going to go, what it's going to look like. Like if somebody were to ask me, like, George, like, should I get into this? I would tell them no. I would tell them, like, at best, working on a film is a part-time job. You cannot make a living doing this anymore. I'll give you an example. Like I am getting job offers now where it's like my weekly rate, but they want it for 3 months worth of work. They call it all in. All in. We're going to give you this all in no matter what time we call you. And they will call, and they do call, and they'll call on the weekends. But we're going to give you this. Do I have to take the money? I mean, I have to in order to take bills. It's not ideal. These companies know they kind of got you by the balls. I mean, jumping back to the whole economy thing of it, like some of these smaller films used to rely on big backing from, board stockbrokers. Like it's like, hey, I want to make a movie. And they don't have the money anymore to throw into a project like that. I remember I did a project for a guy who had so much money, he wanted to make a movie about the architect that built his house. You don't have people throwing around money anymore right now to make a movie about the guy who designed their house. Again, hopefully in the next 3 months, something will turn around. But I've been hearing the next 3 months since 2023. I'm telling you right now, if things were going to turn around, any of your friends on the accounting side of it, like we would be the first ones hired because we're the ones who pay everybody. And that's not happening. A lot of people are sitting at home right now, like wondering like where their next gig's going. Like, thankfully, I've had a couple of gigs that I've been able to cobble together to make a sustainable wage, but that's not the case. Like, you have a lot of people on the production side who have not been working since 2024. Like, I tell those people at some point, like, you just have to, I don't know, find another job. Let me know what you think. Subscribe for more. Thank you.